Good morning and welcome back to another edition of Research Fantasy presents our MLB DFS pitcher picks for Monday, July 24th, 2017. I'm your host, Nick from CWE, and I'm here to give you three of my favorite pitchers for tournament action on FanDuel, DraftKings, and Fantasy Draft tonight. This is actually a pretty nice slate for pitching. I think there is a variety of ways you can go. Let's start things off with Gerrit Cole, 19-2 on Fantasy Draft, 8,700 FanDuel, 9,900 on DraftKings. Look, I'll be the first person to admit I really don't like Gerrit Cole. I always seem to be on the wrong side of him. From a skill perspective, he's very skilled. From the mental part of the game, though, that's where things can tend to go downhill and to go downhill pretty quickly. When he makes a mistake, he's not the type of pitcher who can usually step back, correct himself, and move on. He lets that little mistake eat away at him, which in turn allows him to start making bigger mistakes. And as we've seen from Cole over the last year and a half, that's happened quite a bit. However, things seem to be turning around in his world. He's taking on a Giants team that really is just not anything special. It's a very average, if not below average team. They don't strike out a lot, but I think that the fact that they'll put up less of a fight goes a long way. Don't mind Gerrit Cole tonight. Next up, we've got Brad Peacock, 22-4 Fantasy Draft, 8,900 FanDuel, 11-5 on DraftKings. That price on FanDuel is very tempting as he goes up against the Philadelphia Phillies. I probably don't need to tell you about the woes of the Phillies. We know that they struggle against right-handed pitching. It doesn't help that we get Peacock, who has been very good on the mound. Fair price, high strikeout upside. Wouldn't shock me if he contests to be the top scoring pitcher of the day. Finally, we have Jacob deGrom, 26-1 on Fantasy Draft, 11K FanDuel, 13-4 on DraftKings. If anybody has the highest probability of scoring the most fantasy points tonight, it will be Jacob deGrom. He is taking on the Padres, and while that is a cupcake matchup, and in a sense it's going to be a very chalky matchup, and what I mean by in a sense, I mean by 100% no questions asked, absolutely will definitely be a cupcake matchup. Padres is not a great offense. This will lead to a ton of ownership. But if he goes out there and spins a 65-point, 35-point on FanDuel and DraftKings respectively, and you don't have him, you're probably going to be playing up a hill, and it's not going to be very easy to rebound from that. So that wraps up my three favorite pitching options tonight: Gerrit Cole, Brad Peacock, Jacob deGrom. Make sure to check us out at researchfantasy.com. Hit us up on Facebook at Research Fantasy. Subscribe to the YouTube channel below. Follow us on Twitter at Research and Win, and join us again tomorrow.